Hi everybody, we're back here at Gullo's Garden Center again for another dose of Jim's tips. Today we're going to talk a little bit about deadheading. When we speak of deadheading in the flower world, we're not talking about following the Grateful Dead around. We're talking about removing spent flowers from your plants to increase the blooming period. Deadheading is very understand if you can understand one concept in plants. In fact, this goes for all living things. Our major purpose in life is to reproduce. The same thing goes for all these plants. They want to produce seeds. That's how they reproduce. By deadheading the old flowers, we prevent them from going to seed, and that forces them to try again. So they'll keep budding and making flowers. Most plants, and the perennials and annuals anyway, for as long as the season lasts. Now, you can't go out and deadhead your crabapple tree or things like that to increase the bloom period. But on perennials like we have here, it's very easy. We have here a real nice little daylily called Apricot Sparkles, and a couple of the flowers have already seen their usefulness. Now, the daylilies bloom on what we call a scape. This whole stalk here is the scape. Now when the flowers are done, as you can see, there are no more buds left on this particular scape. So you take your pruners and you just go way down into the interior of the plant as far as you can get and just snip that right out of there. This particular daylily is a reblooming form, so as long as you deadhead, it will continue to form blossoms for the season. There are other techniques on other plants. This is a Shasta Daisy called Freak. It's a double flower, and as you can see, most of its flowers have seen better days. So it's about time for some deadheading on these. Now when you look down inside the plant, you'll be able to see some other buds that are coming along and getting ready to flower. Deadheading these, you just want to go down again into the interior, and you always want to snip back. If you watched my thing about pruning a couple weeks ago, always cut back to where there are leaves coming off of a stem, just like that. You don't want to leave stubs sticking up, and you don't want it to show too much. So just go in there and snip back and remove all these dead flowers, and the plant will look great again, and in time it will continue to bloom because there are buds down in there. That's the Shasta Daisy. Now this is a Salvia, and we get a lot of questions about Salvia because we have some beautiful ones growing out by our driveway. This is a little different variety of Salvia. It's called East Friesland, and the same idea holds with the Salvias. Although on some plants you may find that just a pair of scissors works better than your hand pruners. And same idea. You can see the Salvia flowers on a stalk. The flowers start at the bottom and work their way up. When they have all finished on each stalk, again, just go down in there and you'll be able to see where two other stems are coming off of this main branch, and you just go in there with your scissors and snip that away, and it will continue to flower. Now with the Salvia, it may reach a point at some time in the season where none of these flowers look very good at all, and you may not see any buds coming on. When that happens, you can just take your scissors or even your head shears, cut the whole plant back a bit, and it will still grow out and flower again if the season has enough time left in it. So remember folks, deadhead your flowers for longer bloom. It works great for annuals and most perennials. You can't do it with most trees and shrubs, but with perennials, it's a great way to increase your bloom season. Thanks very much for listening, and we hope to see you all back here at Gullo's. We're having some great summer weather now, and we want you all to come down here. Thank you very much.